I think getting more to at least for me personally, the more interesting thing about the iPhone 14 Pro specifically, is the camera system. I think that I kind of agree that that is really going to be the defining feature, mainly because it's going to be the first time since the 6S that we've gotten a megapixel bump on any of the cameras, not just the main sensor. But yeah, I think the current rumor is still that we're expecting the 3 cameras in the back. They're going to be bigger physically, and also have a bigger main sensor up to 48 megapixels. I think there were rumors initially, like a long time ago, that maybe we'd get like a periscope camera, but that's not happening until later on, if at all. And then I wouldn't be surprised if we also get like an updated, or at least software to update the ultra wide camera to make it a little bit more. Or actually, isn't there? Do you remember? Is there a rumor that the ultra wide should get an update?
It's been interesting because there's not been a lot of updates on the other cameras. So we know that the selfie camera is going to get a bump across the board. So everybody's going to get a little bit better f-stop. I think it's going to go from 2.2 to 1.9, so a little bit more light, and then like better autofocusing capabilities. But we've heard nothing about the other back cameras, which lead me to believe it's probably just going to stay the same.
Yeah.
Maybe some software stuff in there. But yeah, 48 megapixel camera, that's going to be exciting.
Yeah, to me, this is a big deal because if there's one thing about the iPhone camera that I don't like, it's that the detail isn't always there. When you're just looking at the photo, it's fine. But if you ever try to zoom in just a little bit, it falls apart pretty quickly. A lot of that is because of Apple's processing. It does like to smooth things out a little more when you zoom in. But also, it's just a 12 megapixel image, so you can only do so much there. I am interested to see how this looks and what their reasoning is or what Apple can do with it, because I'm pretty sure they're going to be doing pixel binning, which is, yes, it's a 48 megapixel sensor, but each let's say, what would you call it? Each 4 pixels will be kind of merged into one. So you are still getting the extra detail, you're getting the extra information because there are multiple pixels there, but they're merged into a 12 megapixel image in the finale. So you're getting a bigger sensor, but it's being pared down. That should still give you better quality, and it should, help with things like noise and sharpness and that kind of stuff. But I'm interested to see what Apple does because the iPhone 4 was when they started to take the photography seriously, and then the iPhone 6S is, I'm trying to think. So the 6S was the first year where the Max, iPhone 6S Max had a second camera. So arguably you could say in the time when they've really decided that the iPhone is going to be like the camera to replace all cameras, especially on the mobile side, they haven't really done anything with more megapixels. So it'd be interesting to see what they do there.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see not just what they do with the photos, but also with the videos. And there have been rumors for a while, and like no one said otherwise, like if it's happening or not, about 8K video, which seems a little ambitious to me, but no one said anything, so we have no idea. But I was thinking the other day just how, I don't know what the word is for this, the peace of mind, the versatility, how good it is that not only can you take really good pictures on this, like we, with our daughter, we have like a bunch of photos now around the house that are like blown up to like, I don't know, 8x12, and I don't know the size. It's like big, nice, decent frame photos that were just shot on the iPhone. Like literally, I've been shooting more and more in portrait mode, and it looks super good. And you can dial it back and adjust it, which is cool. So the photos are great, but just the video, that you can just take a video on this, you can shoot whatever, it's gonna look good, it's gonna sound good. All of that cannot go understated. And now you've got the rise of TikTok and short form videos, and people are using their iPhones, I feel like, more than ever to create videos. And hopefully this leads to better video recording capabilities as well. I don't know how that translates over. Hopefully it's sort of, sharper video with more detail. Maybe it lets more light in so you can do better low light stuff. Maybe we see updates to cinematic video, ProRes video. But obviously if Apple's going to bump the camera up this much, hopefully they spend a good amount of time and they have some good updates to talk about with upgrades in the camera department. Hey, you! Thank you very much for watching this clip from the Apple Circle podcast. If you want to check out the full episode, hit one of those videos right here, and also hit the other surprise video to see a surprise clip from the Apple Circle podcast. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and subscribe to the Apple Circle audio feeds and on all your favorite podcast platforms linked down below. And of course, if you haven't already, subscribe to the main Apple Circle YouTube channel linked right down below.